Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody can hear that. Yes. All right. So we are live. This is the Good Morning Show. So good morning. And I want to tell everybody that a lot of news to cover. And let's see if we got anybody coming in the chat. Hopefully we will. And we'll give it a few seconds. So a few things that's going on. I know I keep saying that this show is dependent on my employment status, but that may change. I've actually enjoyed doing this show, so if I do get a job where I'm working... Hey, Michael Riley, thanks for coming in. Oh, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Michael. But, yeah, so I enjoy doing this show, and like I said, I usually say it depends on my employment status to the existence, but I think what I'm going to do is I'll probably move it tonight, change the name to the Good Evening Show, and do it from there. But as of right now, we have a lot of news to cover. So I think a lot of people have heard some of the news. It wasn't there yesterday for me to cover it in the morning. It didn't come up until later on in the day. So for the first thing we're going to cover is Splash Mountain. And we're taking this from the Disney Parks blog, which I've been told is a very good resource because it's done by cast members. So, new adventures with Princess Tiana coming to Disneyland Park and Magic Kingdom Park. Today, we are thrilled to share a first glimpse of a project Imagineers have been working on since last year, Splash Mountain, at both Disneyland Park in California and Magic Kingdom Park in Florida. Will soon be completely reimagined. The theme is inspired by an all-time favorite animated Disney film, The Princess and the Frog. We pick up this story after the final kiss and join Princess Tiana and Louis on a musical adventure featuring some of the powerful music from the film. As they prepare for their first ever Mardi Gras performance, Tiana is a modern, courageous, and empowered woman who pursues her dreams and never loses sight of what's really important. It's a great story with a strong lead character set against the backdrop of New Orleans and the Louisiana Bayou. In 1966, Walt Disney himself opened New Orleans Square when it became the first new land added to Disneyland parks, so it feels natural to link the story and the incredible music of the Princess of the Frog to our parks. The voice of Princess Tiana and Tony Award-winning actress, okay, I might get this wrong, Anika Noni Rose shared, "It is really exciting to know that Princess Tiana's presence in both Disneyland and Magic Kingdom will finally be fully realized. As passionate as I am about what we created, I know the fans are going to be over the moon. The Imagineers are giving us The Princess and the Frog, Mardi Gras celebration we've been waiting for, and I'm here for it." The approach to retheming or plussing attractions, as Walt Disney referred to it, begins with Imagineering after the question, how can we build up or elevate the experience and tell a fresh, relevant story? It's a continuous process that Imagineers are deeply passionate about, and with this long-standing history of updating attractions and adding new magic, the retheming of Splash Mountain is of particular importance today. The new concept is inclusive, one that all of our guests can connect with and be inspired by, and speak to the diversity of the millions of people who visit our parks each year. Charita Carter, the senior creative producer leading the project at Walt Disney's Imagineers, shared, "Like Princess Tiana, I believe that courage and love are the key ingredients for wonderful adventures. I am delighted to be a part of bringing this fun-filled experience to our guests. For Imagineers, change is rooted in a tradition set by Walt Disney, who encouraged new innovation, new ideas, new scenes, and current storytelling, and the experience they created can be enjoyed by guests who visit our parks from over the world. As part of the creative development process, conceptual design work and well underway, Imagineer will soon be able to conduct preliminary reviews and develop a timeline for when the transformation can start to take shape." Stay tuned for more. All right. So, if you watch me on Disney Friends, obviously we were very upset about this. Since then, I've talked to my daughter. I really hate to see this go. I think the thing is we have a hard time letting go of stuff. We had a hard time letting go of the Great Movie Ride. We had a hard time letting go of Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. And I guess that's what it is for me. Splash Mountain was my favorite ride in Frontierland, and I really didn't want to see it change. But you know, if this is what Disney's gonna do, who knows? It might be even better. I just hope they're not changing because of pressure from outside events. But this is something I'm really gonna miss. I really thought there was different steps to doing this. It was even brought up to me that maybe, to me, and I know people might not like the idea, that you could actually have done away with Tom Sawyer's Island and put a Princess Tiana right over there, and probably still had room to put like a restaurant in. And what I would have done, and you got the riverboat going by and everything like that, so it's more like New Orleans. And you know, another thing, you put a restaurant over there. They're always complaining one of the reasons why nothing's open over there is because they got to take everything over by either the raft or by something else. I would say if you're going to redesign Tom Sawyer's Island, that you would actually dig down and tunnel to the utilidors so you can get stuff up there easier. And I think that would really be something amazing if they would do something like that instead of retheming this attraction that is loved by everybody. But if you want to hear us talk more about that, we're going to be on YouTubers United over on Adventures of Gonzo, and it will be a little bit more better to talk about it over there. So let's go ahead. Let's go into some other news just real quick. All right, so we got the Splash Mountain. We're going to hit some video game news really quick. All right, and this comes from comicbook.com, and this is over Call of Duty Warzone seemingly teasing zombies. So Call of Duty Warzone appears to be teasing PS4, Xbox One, and PC players that zombies are coming to the Battle Royale game. More specifically, a recent update made to the game by Infinity Ward and Raven Software has seemingly added new clues and references to zombies, which previous rumors have suggested will flood the Warzone map alongside the reveal of the years of Call of Duty. Believed to be called Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, more specifically Call of Duty players relayed by Modern Warfare, Warzone, have begun to find new references that were previously not in the game. Further, these references seem not just to be teasing zombies, but Spaceland zombies, which is especially noteworthy because if zombies do come to the game, it's going to be alongside Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and if it's Spaceland zombies, what does that say about the new Call of Duty game? The current and recent rumors about Call of Duty 2020 is that it's a Black Ops reboot that will explore the Cold War, and this new discovery seems to bolster these claims. So, yeah, I mean, Call of Duty has always had stuff. Hey, Kelly, thanks for joining us. Call of Duty, they've always had zombies. It's always been a tradition for zombies. Usually I think it's done through Treyarch, but, you know, Treyarch would be the Black Ops, but yeah, so it sounds exciting. Hopefully something like that will be added in. We got some Funko Pop news. So this sounds really fun. So Funko is beaming a new Pixar Alien Remix Pop vinyl series. I do have some pictures for these. I'll bring them up here in just a second. Our favorite alien from Toy Story are back and ready to shake up the Pixar world with their newest collectibles. It looks like GameStop has beaten Funko to the punch, or sales go live for the upcoming Pixar Alien Remix Pop vinyls. Just give me a second. The figures line has been long rumored, and we get our first look at the upcoming figures featuring some iconic Disney Pixar films. No better way to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Toy Story than with a very unique set of figures. These adorable aliens are dressing up as some of your favorite Disney Pixar characters from a variety of beloved films. So far, there are 8 Alien Remix Pops coming, with more just around the corner. Flying up high first is the hugely popular Pixar animated film Up, who will have 3 characters released. Pop, Disney, Pixar Alien Remix Ups, Carl, Russell, and Doug. Each one features their classic, unique Disney details, but remixed as aliens and, of course, in lovable Pop form. From the 3-eyed glasses to Carl, to the badge of Russell, and to the collar of Doug, it shows that a lot of love was put into these designs. Pixar and Up fans will definitely want to add these to their growing collection today. Check them out. So yeah, so I've actually got some of these. All right, so I've got more than Up. So we got the Up ones. So there you got Carl Fredricksen, you got Russell, and you got Doug. So I think they look amazing. So I think the Doug one looks really neat. I like that. It's really neat to do that. So, and then we have the Toy Story ones where the aliens are Woody, Buzz Lightyear, and Zurg, and they look amazing. So I really like Funko Pops. I'm just not a big collector when it comes to that stuff, but I do have multiple Funko Pops. So, and then we do have a Dory, an alien Dory, that's supposed to be coming out as well. And then from the movie A Bug's Life, we have an alien Dot. So these look like they're going to be really fun and probably can be added to anybody's collection. And I know people go nuts over these things. I love them, but I'm kind of picky in the stuff I pick. But, you know, if somebody gives me something for you know, like birthday or Christmas, you know, so be it. I love Funko Pops, and I really hate it when I see one that I really like that's been out for a while. Now they're like over hundreds of dollars, and I'm not willing to pay that much for it. So, but all right, let's go on for some more news. All right, so that was the Funko Pops. All right, on down. All right. Okay, here we go. So this comes from Polygon. Torn apart in production, The Emperor's New Groove came out exactly the wrong time. Abandoned by its creators and revised by Sting, this beloved animation failure went through hell, but came out hilarious. Your favorite childhood movies might have been a total box office dud. The animated movies that defined the late 90s and early 2000s are beloved by a generation that grew up watching them on VHS. But many of these nostalgic favorites were critically failures, box office disappointments, or both. What went wrong along the way? And why did they gain such love after the fact? The beloved animated failure series is out of the dust, off those old VHS tapes, or more accurately, find the movies on streaming and examine some of these films. After reaching the epic highs of its own renaissance, Disney was trying to find its footing, trying to replicate the box office glory and critical success of Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, and The Lion King, was resulting in diminishing returns. Big sweeping serious musicals like Pocahontas and The Hunchback of Notre Dame weren't doing as well as the studio hoped. What was a studio to do? How about breathing life into a long gestating project, hoping a new tactic would yield successful results? Enter 2000s, The Emperor's New Groove, retooled from a project that spent years in production hell. The animated comedy was once a grandiose musical because before it got a slapstick makeover. Though it has received positive reviews, The Emperor's New Groove opened to poor box office results compared to past Disney glory. But it's clear 2 decades later that the complete tonal shift from Disney movies past earned it a passionate fan base. Let's see. A little backstory. Originally a musical comedy romance, more in the line with the typical Disney Renaissance movies, the first version of The Emperor's New Groove started off development in 1904 under the title of Kingdom of the Sun. It was to be a prince, and the popper-style plot, deeply rooted in the spiritual and cultural elements of the Inca Peru. After the success of The Lion King, director Roger Allers was given a great deal of control over story and casting decisions. Inspired by the success of Elton John on The Lion King, he tapped Sting to create the music for Kingdom of the Sun. Allers had a vision, and in his own words, it was an epic picture mixing elements of adventure, comedy, romance, and mysticism. But after the not-so-great box office performance of the similar series projects Pocahontas and the Hunchback of Notre Dame, executives at Disney were concerned about Kingdom of the Sun's future. Producer Randy Fulmer tapped Mark Dindal, a former Disney animator who gone to Warner Brothers to direct Cats Don't Dance, to co-direct Kingdom and bring in some levity. The production of The Emperor's New Groove was rocky from get-go, rife with conflicts between executives and within the creative team itself. In fact, production was so terrible that filmmaker Trudy Styler, who is married to Sting, made a documentary about the ordeal in 2002. One of Sting's conditions for signing onto the movie was that Styler be allowed to document the process. The sweatbox details the conflict between the film's executives and the creative team. Disney legally owns the rights and has not made it available for purchase or download anywhere but online. Bootleg periodically surfaces. So, yeah, I've read about this before. The Emperor's New Groove. I love The Emperor's New Groove. It's funny. I think I'm not saying that little girls can't watch it. I do see how it's more shot towards boys. I love it. I think it's hilarious. They picked the right people to do the voices. John Goodman, David Spade was great. Eartha Kitt, and then you have Patrick Warburton. These are great voices in a movie. They're hilarious. I think Patrick Warburton, as his character as Kronk, stuck out and almost stole the movie. And I really think it's a great movie. And it's kind of sad. There's a lot of movies I thought that should have been hits that weren't because of how critics had talked about them. And the ones I liked was like Meet the Robinsons. I love that movie, and it's just too bad. That one was also one that didn't do very well. Pocahontas, I don't know how that one didn't do well. Pocahontas is awesome. The music in it's awesome. The Hunchback of Notre Dame, once again, has a great music to it. So it's just hard to believe that. And, you know, it might also been the timing that they came out. So, all right, we're going to move on to a little bit of Marvel news. And this comes from Showbiz Cheat Sheet. Avengers Endgame, Robert Downey Jr.'s last line was almost, "You are so effed," instead of "I am Iron Man. In Avengers Endgame, Tony Stark's famous last line is, "I am Iron Man." While it is hard to imagine Robert Downey Jr. saying anything else for the last line in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the actor actually tried multiple takes with different lines. According to Jeff Ford, the editor of Avengers Endgame, one of his favorite improvised lines of Downey Jr. was when the actor said, "You are so effed," to Thanos. Robert Downey Jr.'s line, "I am Iron Man," is famous. In the movie, Tony Stark takes the infinite stones from Thanos and says, "I am Iron Man," before snapping his fingers. This defeats Thanos and his army, but even with his Iron Man suit, the power of the Infinity Stones is too much and Tony dies. The scene brought Tony's arc to a close and cemented him as a true hero in the MCU, even though fans love Tony Stark's final "I am Iron Man" line. The actor did not originally want to say it. That's true. It was they'd already stopped filming, and I'd already seen this. They actually brought him in to film more, and they were like, "You have to say this," because to me it was like it almost completed the circle, is what it did. From the first one when he tells them, "I'm Iron Man" at the press release, to now at the end before he does the snap, because what Thanos says. What is he? He says, I don't remember, but I haven't seen the movie in a little while. I need to watch it again. But inevitable. He says, "I am inevitable," and then you got Tony Stark saying, "I am Iron Man," and snaps his fingers. And I couldn't see it any other way. I think they did a great job on ending this movie, and I said Infinity War, it's Endgame. Yeah, it's, I can't, like I said, it's just iconic to see it in that way, and I don't see it could be any. All right, let's see. We got some least favorite rides and attractions at Disney World. Wow, this one's going to be a hard one for me then. All right, so this comes from Inside the Magic. Least favorite rides and attractions at Disney World. So this is going to be the opinion of whoever wrote this. A few months ago, just lost it. A few months ago, the Inside the Magic team decided to rank their favorite Walt Disney World and Disneyland attractions. Spoiler alert, Haunted Mansion and Walt Disney World won. But now, let's go to the opposite side of the spectrum and take a look at some of the least favorite and least popular attractions of Walt Disney World only. These results are based on a Reddit thread from Disney fans, not on Inside the Magic rankings. So we're going to get this from actual Disney fans. So, Disney Animal Kingdom. Wow. Navi River Journey. I love the Navi River Journey, and the reason why I love the Navi River Journey is it's so relaxing. And I just can't believe that's... Yeah, and some of my favorite rides are the relaxing rides, but the Navi River Journey is done so well. The lighting in there, the way they've done it, and all the effects, I find it to be amazing, and it's hard to believe that people would actually say the Navi River Journey is a least favorite. Let's see. So I'm just going to go through. It's tough to be a bug. I like it. I can understand what people are saying, because once you've seen it so many times, but it's something I would hate to see go. It's kind of like the whole thing with the Splash Mountain. It's hard to watch things go that's been there for a while. Let's see. Tomorrowland Speedway. Now, that I can understand, but I wouldn't do away with it. I can see it being a least favorite. I could see them updating it. I mean, it's supposed to be Tomorrowland. They should put, like, electric cars out there or something else, which would really bring it more into Tomorrowland. But I can understand what they're saying. And the thing is for it to be a least favorite, it usually has a long line. So there's people always lining up to go and ride the Astro Orbiter. Totally understand that one. The Astro Orbiter. This is a ride. God, I don't know how long it's been since I've rode the Astro Orbiter. There's nothing that ever makes me go, man, I want to go to Walt Disney World and ride the Astro Orbiter. I'm sorry if there are people that are fans of the Astro Orbiter and love to go ride it. I just see it as being either Dumbo or the Magic Carpets up high. And it's not one of my favorites. And I could see them doing away with it. I mean, it was down for a long period of time. Of course, Magic Carpets of Aladdin, yeah. It's just a remake of Dumbo the Flying Elephant. But it does fit in where it's at. So, and I don't even think I rode that the last time I was there. Another one. Wow. Disney's Hollywood Studios Alien Swirling Saucers. I like it. It reminds me of the Whip when I was a kid, when I used to go to like Kings Island, and I love it. I love the whole theming of it and everything like that. And usually you get in line for it, and the line doesn't seem like it's as long as what they tell you it is. It seems like it goes pretty quick and everything like that. I'd hate to see that go. I'm not saying it is going anywhere, but being a least favorite, I could understand. It's not my favorite, but I can't see not having it there and doing away with it to put something else in. I know I'm going over this because that's what's been going on. But yeah, I mean, Ash Orbiter, I understand. The Magic Carpets, I understand. Alien Swirling Saucers, I know people say they're not big fans of it, but I like it. I like the theming of it. I like what they do with Christmas when they change the music and the lighting. What else was there? Tomorrowland Speedway, like I said, I like the Tomorrowland Speedway. I just wish they would update it a little bit, take away the cars they have now, put in electric cars. I think that would do it. Make them look sleek and more futuristic. It's tough to be a bug. Like I said, it's been around. It's fun to go in and watch, but I could see what people are saying about it. It's their least favorite. Out of all the things at the Animal Kingdom, yeah, it's tough to be a bug would probably be down there. Now, the Na'vi River Journey, though, I just think it's amazing. So I have a hard time seeing it as people's least favorite. I mean, it doesn't top my favorite on the list, but it's always something you got to do when you're over there in Pandora, there at Animal Kingdom. So, and that was it. So let's go ahead and head on down. We got some other news to cover. Let's see. I know I had some stuff that was way at the bottom. So we got some stuff here. Disney World rides you might want to avoid upon Okay, so this is something. All right, and this comes from Inside the Magic. I think a lot of these are going to come from Inside the Magic. Disney World rides you might want to avoid upon reopening. So let's see. Walt Disney World is less than a month away from reopening its theme parks and almost all of its iconic attractions. But while that news can be existing for more concerning regarding COVID-19 transmissions, risk still looms over others, especially when it comes to transmissions from touching surfaces. All right, well, let's see what they have. Interactive attraction. Are you serious? So in Disneywood Hollywood Studios, Toy Story Mania because of touching the guns. Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run from touching the buttons. They're gonna wipe this stuff down. I think that Disney's not just gonna let you go in there. I'm sure they're gonna have hand sanitizer. They're gonna let you wipe. They're gonna wipe stuff down. Maybe Toy Story Mania would be harder because, of course, it's a moving ride. But Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, they have more. They have more than just one cockpit, and they can go in and wipe this stuff down before they load it. So I don't see why that's on there. Epcot, Mission Space, of course, once again, hitting buttons. Spaceship Earth, okay, I can see that's a moving ride. It'd be kind of hard, and Test Track. See, but the thing is these places have, like, they don't start off. Maybe they do. I don't know. It's been a while. Magic Kingdom, hands-on attractions, Triceratops Spin, Flights of Passage. People are still gonna do these. Dumbo the Flying Elephant, Mad Tea Party, the Magic Cart, and the Astro Orbiter. Believe me, when they open, Disney's got this all thought out, so I don't think there's anything really to worry about. They're gonna do stuff to make sure that contact is very little, but the thing is we touch things every day that other people's touched. I used to work in a factory where everybody touched the same thing as it went down the line. We never had any problems while I was there. So I don't think this is something to worry about. Let's go on. Okay, so we got this is also from Inside the Magic. Disney Park Pass. What park days are currently full? Well, I know the first 2 days for Hollywood Studios seems already be. On June 22nd, the Walt Disney World Resort unleashed its new Disney Park Pass system designed to provide theme park reservations to guests looking to come back. But one concern has weighed on these guests. Will their that's not even worded right. Will their My Days still be available? Will their My Days still be? Disney World announced the parks are going to be limited capacity, so there was no doubt from the beginning that parks are going to be completely booked on certain days. We have confirmation that park passes are becoming unavailable, but only for certain guests at a time. As previously reported, Disney has created 3 booking windows, one for Disney Resort hotel guests, one for Walt Disney World annual pass holders, and one for general pre-existing ticket holders. Here's an updated list of what parks are completely booked on what days for what kind of soon-to-be guests. Park Pass no longer available for Disney Resort guests. All right, let's take a look. Magic Kingdom opened July 11th. Currently, all dates are available for July 11th. Disney Animal Kingdom opens July 11th. Sunday, July 12th, 2020. Monday, July 13th, 2020. Tuesday, July 14th, 2020. Epcot opening July 15th. Currently, all dates are available. So, Epcot, the dates are still available for it. All right. Disney's Hollywood Studios opening July 15th. So these are the dates that I'm reading off are the ones that are already full. Wednesday, July 15th, 2020. Thursday, July 16th, 2020. Friday, July 17th, 2020. And Saturday, July 18th, 2020. So that's just for people who have park pass is no longer available for Disney Resort guests. So that's for Disney Resort guests. So these are park passes no longer available for annual pass holders. Magic Kingdom opening July 11th. Wow, there are a lot of dates here. Saturday, July 11th, 2020. Sunday, July 12th, 2020. Monday, July 13th, 2020. Tuesday, July 14th, 2020. So it looks like it goes the 11th to the 19th. There's no availability for annual pass holders at Magic Kingdom. And then the July 25th and 26th. Then August 1st, which is a Saturday. August 7th on a Friday. August 8th. So it's 7th through the 9th. So that's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then Saturday, August 15th. So those are not available to pass holders. Animal Kingdom is the 11th through the 19th of July. Are already full. Then it's Saturday, July 25th. Sunday, July 26th are full. Saturday, August 8th. And Sunday, August 9th are full. So let's go to Epcot, which opens July 15th. And we got the 15th through the 19th is full of July. Also, it looks like it's going to be mostly the weekends, 25th and 26th, which is Saturday and Sunday. And then August 8th, Saturday is full. All right, Disney Hollywood Studios opening July 15th for annual pass holders. Dates that are no longer available. So there's 15. All right, so you got July 15th through July 22nd that it's full. 24th, 25th, 26th are full. The 1st and 2nd of August. 7th and 8th of August. 9th and the 15th. The 16th and the 22nd of August. They're all full for annual pass holders. All right. Park Pass is no longer available for pre-existing ticket holders. So we'll go on down here. Oh, so there is no dates. there is pre-existing ticket holders will be able to begin booking park passes at 7 a.m. on Sunday, June 28th. So they haven't been able to do it yet. So we will update the article once the booking window has begun and parks begin to become unavailable. All right. So yeah, so those are dates that are no longer available for those kind of guests. All right. So let's see. That was one. All right. So we have some stuff on from Inside the Magic. And this is Disney discusses Tron Ride and Avenger Campus opening. At Disney delivers the news that the iconic attraction Splash Mountain will be rethemed to Princess and the Frog. The company also brought up two other major park additions to Walt Disney World and Disneyland: the Tron Light Cycle Power Run roller coaster and the Marvel-themed land Avengers Campus. It appears that the Tron coaster might be delayed. Wow. The news comes from a D23 interview with Walt Disney Imagineer Bill Wise. He shared that more work will continue on Tron, Avengers Campus, and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway at Disneyland, and for now, the Splash Mountain reimagining won't yet start. While several projects like Avengers Campus at both Disney California's Adventure and Disneyland Paris are able to surge forward based on where we were in development, there are others that will be picked back up in stages, like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway and Tron, and some that are longer term that we will need more time to access. We are working with our operation partners now to determine timing for this project to get underway. For now, we know that both Magic Kingdom and Disneyland parks will reopen with the existing Splash Mountain attraction. Both the Tron Light Cycle, Power Run, and Avengers Campus are one, if not the biggest projects currently underway at their respective theme parks. Tron is currently being added to Tomorrowland at the Magic Kingdom, while Avengers Campus is being added to both Disney California Adventure Park at the Disneyland Resort in California and Walt Disney Studio Park and Disneyland Parks. So it looks like it's going to be a little bit longer for Tron. Hopefully they'll have that done for the 50th anniversary so everybody can see it. Yeah, you know what? That is one of the things, I'll tell you what, Kelly, one of the reasons why I would like to go to Disneyland is I would like to see that. After seeing that, I can't remember, was it Imagineers on Disney Plus, where they were showing the thing, showing how they would have Spider-Man fly over the top. I was like, I have to see that. So I don't know when we'll be able to get there. I don't know when we'll be able to get back to Disney World. But that is one of the things I'd like to see. It's not, of course, the number one reason why I would like to go to Disneyland. The number one reason for why I'd like to go to Disneyland is because Walt was there. So, and I'd like to visit the park that Walt actually walked through. All right, let's see. We got some more stuff. I had something that was coming up. And I know it's way on down here. I hope something didn't happen where it got removed, because it was really something I wanted to talk about. Just give me a moment to find it. Oh, come on. Oh, here's something. This was something I wanted to talk about. So this comes from Showbiz Cheat Sheet. Disney movies, how to watch every animated princess film in chronological order. Disney is well known for many things, but of course, the beautiful and resourceful princesses, the grace, some of the brand's most popular films typically stand out. Ariel, Cinderella, and Belle are just three of the famous fictional characters who have become staples of Disney and the entertainment industry. I just got, all right. Yeah. It skipped all the way down on me. Though the public probably already knows that Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was the first princess-based film to get released, fans and viewers may still be curious about the chronological order in which the film should be watched and ranked based off the plot. Luckily, Screen Rants was able to put together this amazing resource that breaks down the timeline and inspiration behind each princess's. Centered Disney films. A blast from the past. Alright, so let's take a look. Let's see. Alright, so it looks like, are they saying Aladdin comes first? Let's see. A lot of inspiration behind the Disney films have surprisingly deep roots. The hit movie Aladdin was initially released in 1992, but the background of the film goes all the way back to the 4th century. 1001 Nights. The famous... Hey, Candy Mom. Thanks for coming in. The famous Arabic folktale is what served as the inspiration behind the compelling story that introduced Princess Jasmine. Brave... Oh, so Aladdin's first in chronological order. Alright, so Brave is next. Movie in the lineup of the chronological order of Disney princesses. Merida is the main character featured in Brave, and her story takes place at some point during the 10th century. Alright, next, following that is Moana. Moana is Sweet Princess, who follows Merida in the timeline, though a specific date has never been revealed in the term of the plot in Moana. Many people confidently believe the princess's story takes place at some point during the 10th century. The fictional movie that takes place on a Polynesian island became a huge success after its release. Yes, it is 626 Day, yes. Let's see. So next would be Princess Aurora. So Beauty and the Beast would be the next. Princess Aurora is the next character fans and viewers will encounter if they decide to watch the film in chronological order based on the movie's content. Sleeping Beauty's premiere in 1959, but luckily fans and viewers never had to wonder about the intended time period of the movie since Prince Philip addressed the issue directly. The fairy tale that influenced the popular film is linked and connected to the 14th century. Mulan. Princess Mulan would be the next princess to watch on screen. There were a lot of different details and elements in Mulan that may have made it difficult to place it at first, but luckily there were some very specific references that clued the audience into the fact that this film was set to take place during the 15th century. So let's see. Shortly after this time period is when Pocahontas was playing out. So to speak, the historical connections of the film made it one of the easiest movies to place as far as the timelines are concerned. Pocahontas' story evolves around the 17th century, though there are some discrepancies between the historical events and the fictional movie. The film is indeed based on the real life of a Native American woman. So we got next would be Princess Belle's reputation in the story definitely stands out amongst the Disney franchise. The princess who is known her sweet and charming natures is based on the fairy tale written by Jean-Marie Le Prince de Beaumont. Belle is introduced to the world in Beauty and the Beast, and the story takes place at the end of the 18th century. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I would be echoing. There's nobody else in here, and I don't know how to fix it because I can't even hear myself. So, but let's see. Next is Ariel. Seemed to mark an unofficial new era Disney princesses. Princess Ariel's whimsical and magical nature showcased Disney's dedication to enhancing the diverse group of princesses they had already established. Not to mention the playfulness of the plot might have made it even more challenging to figure out as far as the time period is concerning. However, ultimately, it seems like 18th century is the set time frame for The Little Mermaid. Okay. All right. So the next one in the timeline is Princess Rapunzel. Is the next character for the chronological order, recapping the stories behind Disney's Princess and Entangled. The audience and viewers got to know the princess and her unique story involving her hair. And it states that it didn't state what what it was. When all the Disney princesses are listed in chronological order, Princess Cinderella comes in the last place. Cinderella marks the princesses entering the 20th century. Charles Perrault is the author who wrote the fairy tale that the movie is based upon. Hopefully, with the help of the articles, people everywhere can enjoy Disney princesses in the correct order. So, yeah, that's kind of neat that they actually put them in chronological. You fixed it, Chris. It's like magic. I did nothing. so, so yeah. So that's kind of a neat way to look at it. I've never thought about watching the princess movies in chronological order, but it might be something neat to try. Unfortunately, they don't connect, so I think maybe that's the whole reason why it wasn't. Now, I do have one last story, and it is a Disney, and it comes from WDWmagic.com, and this is going to be the last story. How Walt Disney World's future may evolve from magic bands to smart devices. Following years of development at more than $1 billion, Disney introduced its groundbreaking next-gen My Magic Plus initiative back in 2013, making the My Disney Experience planning tool and magic bands the cornerstone of every Walt Disney World vacation. Alright, so let's see. By January 2015, Disney had distributed more than 10 million magic bands to guests, which was then followed by hundreds of premier magic bands with unique designs that guests have been buying and collecting ever since. I have heard that. I've been told that they were going to stop sending magic bands out, is what I've heard. I don't know if that's starting right away or if it's going to be later on. But if you really think about it, if you've already gone to Disney World, you've got magic bands laying all over the place. If you go like us, I actually have my own magic band. I bought one when Heaven got hired on. I figured if I was going to go down there that many times. I also have one coming to me that Heaven's roommate is sending to me. She worked at Hollywood Studios when Galaxy's Edge opened, so it's a cast member magic band that was handed out to the cast members, and she's not really into Star Wars, and she didn't want it, and she asked if I wanted it. So I'm getting a cast member exclusive magic band from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge from when it opened up. I can't wait to get it. Beginning January 2021, Disney will end complimentary magic bands, just like I said, distribution to Disney Resort Hotel guests, and shifting to guests using their own smart device in place of magic bands. Disney's plans to replace the Magic Bond is to use near-field communication, and through a special partnership with Apple, leverage the convenience of Apple Wallet. On Apple devices, the system will allow advanced NFC features, including an express mode, which allows the device to be used for access without Face ID, Touch ID, and the answer to one of the most criticized aspects of guests using their own devices. The ability to work for several hours after the battery is exhausted. Similar functionalities will be available on Android devices. Apple has extensive experience with NFC for mass use, which has been demonstrated through the contactless student ID program in use by more than 100,000 college students across America. Once added to Apple's wallet, students can use their device to access rooms, buy lunches, and enter dorms. As planned, NFC will power the Walt Disney World main entrance touch points, FastPass Plus entries, and payments. Disney's existing hotel room locks based on Vanguard are not currently compatible with Disney's planned NFC systems and would need to rely on the existing My Disney Experience digital key feature for unlocking the rooms. This unfortunately means that it would not be able to leverage the exhausted battery capable of Apple Wallet. This, of course, may change, but it could be argued that entries to guest rooms with a dead battery at the end of the day could be one of the most desirable features of allowing guests to users their own device. All right, your team Android? Yeah, well, I happen to have an iPhone, but it said it was going to have apps for Android as well. But some rides use the brands to say your name on a screen, like small. Right, right. Uh, I hate to see the Magic Band go. I think it's something that's people's started collecting. Like I said, I love the Magic Band, and it seems to me it seems so more efficient to use. I can understand if you want to go to something different than there at the front, but I just love the idea of the Magic Band. Uh, it just seems it's right there on your wrist. It's not something you got to pull out of your pocket and everything like that. And if Magic Bands go completely away, I'll be completely sad. But once again, it's changed. Like I was talking about Splash Mountain, it's changed. I mean, I was upset about it the other day about Splash Mountain. I talked to Heaven. Heaven used what I said right against me. So it's kind of hard to argue with yourself. Yeah, free parking would be great. Usually I go with Heaven. She gets free parking. But uh, normally we don't drive. Probably the next time we go down, we will drive. I'm thinking about if we go down to Florida, we might not even go to Disney World. I know that's hard to say. It might just be a weekend to visit Heaven. I don't think we'll be returning until all of this is over. So my wife believes that returning right now, it just wouldn't be an enjoyable experience. Not without having the yeah, I love the food there. I do. And that's one of the things my wife likes. She does. She likes to try different places that we've never ate. And yeah, yeah. But I know a lot of people weren't at the beginning. I was talking about the outcome of this. I said that it depends on my employment status. I am going to fill out an application today. Hopefully it goes well. Oh yeah, I can understand that too. But the things is even Walt Disney himself said that things were going to change in the parks, and I think what it is it's just hard for us to let go, and that's all there is. Now, I don't know if you guys were in here when I mentioned it about Splash Mountain, and it was a discussion between me and my daughter. We felt like the best area for Princess Tiana would be, and I don't want to upset anybody if anybody likes this, would be to reimagine Tom Sawyer's Island. And there's plenty of room over there. You could put a ride. You've got the riverboat going by, which reminds you of New Orleans and everything like that. And not only that, but you could also put a restaurant over there. Now, I understand that they've said several times that one of the reasons why the places over there aren't open because it's hard to get supplies over because it's got to be taken over by one of the rafts. But if you're redesigning it, why not just go ahead, dig a tunnel, go down to the utilidors, and make it more accessible so you can have a restaurant there on the island. You could have a ride there on the island. I might be, yeah, and it would make more sense to me. I mean, obviously, a princess outside of Fantasyland really doesn't make sense, but if you got to do it, I would rather have it there than to mess up Splash Mountain. But hey, it sounds like maybe it'll be a great ride once they retheme it. And I know a lot of people said that, well, I don't understand why they're retheming it. They just refurbished it. It's the ride goes down. They take the ride down at least once or twice a year for touch-ups and for some maintenance. But other than that, it's what hasn't been refurbished actually in 2 years. So the whole thought was people thought that Disney was just doing this now and thought they were lying about they've been thinking about it for a year. The truth is they have been thinking about a year. My daughter has stated that this has been a rumor that's going around, which makes me worry about other rumors I've heard and hoping they don't come true. But once again, what are you going to do? It's an ever-changing place, and without change, it kind of loses the whole idea of advancing systems and everything like that. I'm still upset about it going, and I really hope it had nothing to do from pressure from a group outside. Yeah, it's actually, I believe, Kelly, isn't it in Critter Country? Which it would still make sense if you're using the animal characters for that. But yeah, it would make even more sense if it could be in New Orleans Square. But I think we're going to talk more about this on YouTubers United. Yesterday I had Gonzo while we was on Disney Friends. He asked me flat out. He's like, "Hey," he goes, "what do you think about this?" I said, "Well, I can give you my family-friendly answer why we're on here, but if you want to hear my true answer, you're probably going to have to invite me to YouTubers United." So I think there's going to be a heavy discussion on that. Actually, after I talked to Heaven about it, yeah, it calmed me down a little bit, and I can see a little boy. I don't know or I don't know Candy Mom. I see. I think the bad thing is they've made to put this out now was probably the wrong time to put it out with everything that's going on. Yeah, yeah. See, I've never been to Disneyland. I'd like to go to Disneyland. And I've actually looked at a park map, so I kind of know where everything is. I know that if you were to compare the two maps, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad would actually sit almost where the Haunted Mansion does at Magic Kingdom, there in Disneyland. But yeah. So we're getting to the end of the hour. I think that's basically all the news I have. I wanted to cover the Magic Bands and stuff like that. And yeah, it's right next to New Orleans Square. Yeah, yeah. But I guess you could expand New Orleans Square, but then I don't know if that would be getting rid of Critter Country. I don't know. I've never been there. But yeah, it's just kind of hard to see something go away. It was hard for the Great Movie Ride, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, and it's just some. I'm just hoping, like I said, it's just a change that they are wanting to make. It's not something that they're taking pressure from a group outside. But I think, and as like I said, I don't know if I said this in the beginning, or if you were here in the beginning, I talked about the show ending. I'm actually thinking about if I get a job here soon, moving it to the evening, and it would become the Good Evening Show, because I do like doing this show every morning. Right, Candy Mom, I know what you're saying. Right, but so I want to thank everybody who was in the chat. Thank you very much for being here. I totally appreciate it. I love your support. Love you guys. Don't forget that here in about 3 minutes, Dole Whip Dad is going to be on. He's going to be celebrating 626 Day and talking about it. And I believe Myers and the Mouse is on after him. I think there's like 15 minutes in between. But I want to thank you all for coming in. Please don't forget to hit the like button. And, leave me a comment if you're watching the replay. And if you just found my content and you enjoy it, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you know when we go live or post a video. But as for that, once again, I'm going to tell y'all good morning. I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you tomorrow morning. Thanks for being with me, and I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait for tomorrow. I love doing this. Well, tomorrow's Saturday. I don't do the weekends. But as for that, we'll catch you Monday, and hopefully news gets better.